if you have purchased the shopping cart website plugin pre-bundled with the website template from i3D Themes, all the components are going to be pre-placed for you, so you're not going to need to go through this tutorial. But if you purchased the shopping cart add-on afterwards, or you purchase it as a standalone item and are applying it to an existing website, you are going to need to place components within your website. Now, components are rendered at runtime. Oh, that's not the right page. We move along here to the components page. And then now the very simplest way of getting the catalog live is to create a catalog.html page and simply placing this within the middle of the page. That's not what I'm going to be demonstrating here, though. We're going to be doing it a little bit more sophisticated, step by step, to make it look really quite sharp. Now, typically the category list and the login box for Bootstrap templates shows up in either the top menu bar here or perhaps the text links area here. It depends on how much space you've got and how many pages you already have here. If we put too many here, it's going to run into the logo. But in this example, I'm going to show it up in this area here. Okay, so what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to go and open up Dreamweaver or Expression Web. You're going to need to find the file according to the instructions for your template that has the top menu. In this case, it's the menu top LBI. If you're using Expression Web, it might be menu top HTML. In this case, I'm going to go and I'm going to remove one of these pages just to show how it's going to look. Okay, we're going to actually remove that link there, so it gives us a little bit more space. I'm going to save, and I'm just going to show you that it updates the page. Okay, now that that's gone and uploaded, we're going to reload. We're going to see that the About menu option now disappears. Okay, so that's going to give us a little bit more space to work with in this case. Okay, so what we're going to want to do now is we're going to want to create a new menu item. We're going to call this Store. So I'm just going to use a pound sign as sort of a placeholder here, Store. And then we're going to create the beginning of an unordered list and close off the list tag as we started one up here. Everything, of course, needs to be balanced. So we need to place some things here. Okay. So we go back to the administrative area here, and instead of using the catalog display, we need to use a category linked list. So we're going to grab this one here, the one that's used in a drop-down menu, just as we see here. Okay. We're going to go back to our editor, and we're going to paste it. As well, what we're also going to do is we're going to, oh, my mistake here, we're going to go over to the View Cart menu item. So we're going to grab this component as well, okay? And we go back to Dreamweaver and place it right here. Those two items. So you can pause and rewind this as many times as you like. I'm going to save. I'm going to hit update. Okay, it's just going to be done here, and we're going to see that when I reload this, we're going to have a store menu item with a drop down, view cart, and then the components there, okay? Just like that. Now, one other component that I'd like to put in there is what's called the top login box. When you're logged in, it shows your name and any of the options that you can do as a person being logged in. If you're not logged in, it gives you a login box. It's quite nice to have, okay? So, moving along, where do we grab that from? We go to Accounts, and then we go down to Account Groups and Manage Groups. There's a component buried deep down in here, along with the login box and the registration boxes if we ever want to use them. You can go to any one of these groups. It doesn't matter. It's the same component. It's called Top Login Box, just right here, okay? So copy that little snippet of code. We go back to Dreamweaver or Expression Web, wherever you're editing. And just before the final closing UL tag here, you know, it says here, do not edit past this point. Just before that, as I'm showing here on line 251, I'm placing the component for top login box. We hit update. Okay. Now that that's done, we're going to reload. We're going to see that it now shows that I am logged in. And if I were to select this, I can see my purchases managed by account. Because I'm an administrator, I can go to the admin dashboard. That only shows up because I'm an administrator, and then log out if I wish. Okay. If I were logged out, we go back here. We're going to see that it says log in. I can click there, That gives me a login box. Okay. And that is how we set up all of our bootstrapped website templates and a number of our Gen 10s as well. Okay, so that's how we recommend doing it. If you have a product pre-bundled from us, that's how we would go and do that. You can try using those components as you like, but that's how we would structure things within a top menu. And yet, if you have a secondary menu like this particular template has these text links, and they're also sort of a drop menu situation, you can try placing them in there if you don't have enough room up here. Anyways, I hope you find that helpful.